So climatically we can divide the world into different, and latitudinally we can divide the world into different climatic division also. Friends, today itself I would like to tell you, I'll link up few things with the coming classes. That's why I'd like to say, if here is a continent, let us say we have a continent, here. Let us assume that this is a continent here. Okay, हम assume करते हैं कि it is a continent. Okay, let us say this is a continent. If it is a continent, definitely both sides you have water. So you have an ocean this side and this side also ocean. I'm just demonstrating you with some important one thing where people are many times saying like, sir, it's very difficult to memorize the climatic division and so many things. You just see here, if it is 0 degree latitude, it is 90 degree latitude. This is a continent. If it is a continent which is extending from 0 to 90 degree, both sides you have ocean. So you have, let us say, another up to here it is 0 to 10 degree latitude. Let us say 10 degree latitude. And here it is, let us say 60 degree latitude. 60 degree, why I have taken 60? Because from 60 degree latitude, generally it is very cold condition. And 0 to 10 degree, the average position of the sun is many times, you will get, commonly you will find out, average position of the sun is mostly in this particular position, 0 to 10 degree. Now my friends, you see here 10, then let us say this is 30 degree, this is 45 degree, okay. 30 degree latitude, 45 degree latitude, 60 degree, 90 degree latitude. Now the 0 to 10 degree, you remember among the climate, I told you earlier, this is hot up to here, this is warm, this is cool, this is cold. ऐसे बोला था ना मैं, I told you earlier, hot, warm, cool, cold. Temperature decreases if you go up. Now there I have taken 23.5 degree, here I have taken 30 degree. Tropical area के लिए हमने वहाँ पे 23.5 degree लिया था. देखो 23.5 degree, because the sun moved from 0 to 23.5 degree, again it come back here. सूरज जो है यहाँ से यहाँ तक जाते हैं. Sun generally move from here to here in a year, and it crosses the equator twice in a year. So जब इक्वेटर के ऊपर होता है सन, उसको बोलते हैं क्या? इक्विनॉक्स. आपको पता ही होगा. If you don't know, please remember one thing. There is an apparent movement of the sun because of this inclined axis of the earth. ये earth की inclined axis है. So because of which, if there is like sun rays falling here, it is like there is a this is like in a year you have like from 23.5 degree north to 23.5 degree south, the sun is at fixed place, no doubt, but because of the earth's inclined axis, it looks like as if sun is moving from 23.5 degree north to 23.5 degree south. ऐसे लगता है कि सूरज जो है ना मूव कर रहा है, मगर ये ऐसा नहीं है. It looks like as if the sun is moving from 23.5 degree north to south, but it is in fact because of the inclined axis of the earth that there is the apparent movement of the sun, which is called as apparent movement of the sun, because of which you have seasonal variation also. Friends, instead of 23.5 degree north and 23.5 degree south, I have taken here 30 degree because there is unequal distribution of continent and the ocean over the hemisphere, both the hemisphere. So let us take it 30 degree, and you have 45, 60 degree and 90 degree. Then a very interesting thing you will get, between 0 to 10 degree you have like always uniform high temperature. Here you will get the hot and wet equatorial climate. Hot and wet equatorial climate. Hot, wet equatorial climate, my friends, you will find out here. And in this region, cold area, cold, polar climate, you will find it. Polar climate. So latitudes are more helpful for climatic classification. I hope you got it from these two. But in between, there is a change in this perspective, change in their characteristics, because you can see here, there will be a change in their characteristics here, because this is here, climate depends on the impact of the ocean. ओशियन का क्या इम्पैक्ट है उसी रीजन्स पे, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. हाउ एंड टू व्हाट एक्सटेंट इट इज इम्पैक्टिंग. ओके, लेट अस से if this is hot wet equatorial climate, this is cold polar climate, then you will see this particular right hand side and left hand side. You see this side here. In this side we have different climate also. Let us say yahan tak this influence is there. This is L C M. Can you memorize this? L C M. I am saying about Laurentia climate. Okay, China type of climate, and monsoon type of climate. Three types of climate I have said: LCM, China, Laurentia, China, and monsoon type of climate. Friends, many times we got questions in the prelim from this particular part, like monsoon characteristics, Laurentian climate, monsoon characteristics twice we got already. I'll read out the questions and I will do this also, how it is. Here we got like, SSS, you remember, triple S, SSS. So we can say like, Siberian climate. This is steppe type of climate, and this one is savanna type of climate. So three types of climate you are having at the middle part of the continent, and you will have like here, same way, you know my name? Okay. So this is BM hot desert. Look at here, British type of climate. This one is Mediterranean climate, and here you have the hot desert type of climate. Okay, so we have this type of climate here. Now what is the name for this particular area? Now you tell me one thing. If I'll say like this particular corner and this corner, if I'll see all the climatic types you will find out in these regions, they are in the right hand side, I mean eastern margin. These are eastern margin climate, and this side you have the climate you will get in the western margin climate, and in between we have central continental climate. My friends, you remember that all the climate of eastern margin climate, you can see Laurentia, China, monsoon. There are three types of climate: Laurentia, China, and monsoon type of climate. Their specific characteristics, specifically monsoon. If you will see, monsoon only you will get between 0 to 10 degree here, 10 to 30 degree latitude at the eastern margins. All eastern margin climates at different segment. If I will say, this is hot tropical region, this one. ये जो 30 डिग्री तक क्या है, hot tropical area है, hot tropical region. This is up to 30 degree. So hot tropical eastern margin is monsoon. Hot tropical central continental is savanna. Look at here. Hot tropical eastern margin monsoon. Warm temperate central continental steppe. Got it? Cool temperate western margin is British. Alternate name of the climate it is given here. My friend, is so easy. I will discuss about all these in whatever needed for our exam. We have already got question from wet equatorial climate, monsoon climate, savanna, hot desert 4 or 5 times we got, Mediterranean we got, British also, steppe, Siberian, we got from all these, even from the cold polar climate. So we will look at, this is the latitude how is responsible for climatic division. I have shown you at different latitude you are getting different type of climate in the world, my friends. Hot wet equatorial climate at the equatorial region 0 to 10 degree everywhere, wherever you will go, you will find out definitely the hot wet equatorial climate in this region 0 to 30 degree latitude. 0 to 30 degree everywhere in the world, wherever you will go, you will find out this. And it's best developed over Africa and South America, Amazon River Valley. These are things I will discuss, but in climatology session we will discuss in detail. I am just giving an input onto this, that why latitude is important. Latitudes are important for climatic classification, I said. Those of you didn't able to memorize the things, characteristics and all, I am requesting you all to just have a glance over this table, whatever I have just given, and try to find out logic behind this, why it is. Now, it depends on the climate, wind system and all other things, that how the climate will be, what type of climate it will be. Many times we are getting questions from climatology, and climatology mostly from this table, whatever I have given. We need to study. I will want to spend some time later on this particular topic as per the schedule. But what I am saying is, latitudes are useful for climatic classification. Latitudes are more useful for climatic classification. All the latitudes are parallel to each other. I hope it is clear about latitude. I will go for now longitude. Longitudes. Longitudes, these are arc and line joining both the poles. These are the arc and lines joining both the poles. Now understand one thing here. Let us say, if this is the earth here, I will take a cross section like this. ऐसे मैं cut करता हूँ अर्थ को. This front edge, and this side you have back side, this side you have the opposite side you are having here. So this front edge, whatever is there, this side and this side, if I will say, देखो आप, in geography you have a coordinate system, as you know. If you don't know, please remember, this is called, this is here is north, south, east and west, you know. If this is like this, हम ऐसे कट किया, this side is eastern hemisphere, this side is western hemisphere. If I will cut this earth like this, opposite side you have, and if I will do it like this, what will be the opposite side? मैंने कहा, if I will cut this earth into two equal part, ये जो है, the line which is in front of this, okay, if look at here carefully, from this pole point I have taken this, this is a 0 degree, 0 degree angle, 10, 20, 30, 40, it is 90 degree, it is 180 degree. What is this? This side is east, it is हो गया, ये है eastern hemisphere, east. Right side is western hemisphere. If it is like this, this is western hemisphere, western hemisphere. There are two parts, is this western hemisphere, this side is eastern hemisphere. In between this if I will take 0 degree angle, if I am taking 0 degree, now it will be here. अगर ये 0 degree लेता हूँ, here if I will take it at 0 degree, let us say it is 0 degree, here it is 10, 20, 30, 40 like this, here it is 90 degree, here it will be like, you know, this is 180 degree, 0, 10, 20, 30, 45, 60, 90 degree, 120 degree, 180 degree east. ऐसे होगा ये एंगल इफ आई डू, यू गॉट इट व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. ऐसे में एंगल अगर यहाँ भी लूँ, हियर ऑल्सो इफ आई टेक द सेम टाइप ऑफ एंगल हियर, So it is like 10, 20, 10, 45, 60, 90, 120, 180 degree east हो गया. So I have taken the angle. Now this is the angle I have taken. Same way, if I will join these angles, ये दोनों को एंगल को ऐसे join करूँगा, then I will find out longitude here. Okay, इसके लिए mathematical processes है, there are lot of processes on this. I just want to tell you, arc and line joining both, it is an angular distance from the, देखो यहाँ से angle है ये, from this particular axis you will have taken the angular distance here. ये भी angular distance है. By the way, 0 degree longitude is equal to 0 degree longitude if it is, इसका back side होगा ये. If it is 0 degree longitude this side, it is 0 degree, this will be 180 degree east equal to 180 degree west. ये है ना 180 degree east, इधर से लगे तो east है, इधर से लगे तो west है, इधर east है. So ये हो जाएगा 0 degree, this will be 0 degree.